Howdy out there. Welcome into the cargo bay. If you're looking for one of our regular, mainline episodes about Star Wars, this isn't it. However, if you're looking for our show about top Star Wars trading cards, welcome to Hobby Talk.
Hobby Talk! I switched it up on you, baby. Huh? You like that?
I mean, honestly, it distressed me.
You weren't ready for it.
No, I don't think I would ever be ready for that. I was a little worried about you. How are you doing,
I was
BC?
stroking out in the middle of Hobby Talk, but I made it through. Sometimes you got to ride the wave.
That's right.
Apart from my stroke during Hobby Talk, doing pretty good. We got a big Hobby Talk episode today. We got some pricing alerts. We got some Tops Now and Living Set news. A little Tops Hobby Allocation news that we can talk about. We've both been dabbling in the Card Trader app, so we've got a little update on our personal experiences with that. But first, we got to announce the results of a big giveaway.
That's right, BC. We had a big giveaway. I'm looking if I have the PSA sticker here. I don't know that I have it on my desk. Oh, here it is. Haha. For this 1977 Obi-Wan sticker here. It's a very cool sticker. PSA grade of 6. So, should we make the big announcement?
The winner is Trying to Be Kind from Twitter.
So, congratulations to Trying to Be Kind on Twitter. We'll be DMing you with information on how to collect this card. Yeah, so that's exciting stuff, BC. But we had so many entries compared to usual. Do you have a count on those?
Yeah, we reached 39 total entries across our just social media empire that we have. So that includes Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Shout out to the Top Star Wars card group on Facebook for beating out the other two, quite honestly. Really showing out on the giveaways. So we've got, because we had so many entries, I've got an additional special giveaway. So if you were not trying to be kind, the handle, I think you should all try to be kind in general. But if that is not your handle and that is not your name, I've got a little amuse-bouche, a little something extra for you. We're going to give away this set of 3 Kenobi cards from the Galactic Files. These are all extraordinarily rare, numbered out of 350. But you get a little Obi from episode 1, 2, and 3 there. These are pretty cool. So
I like those cards a lot, BC.
And so what we're doing, the first to comment on this video shall be right. the recipient of these 3 cards. So the race is on, everybody, to get
here's
these
the deal,
cards.
BC. As usual, I'm going to release the audio version of this first, and then I will on Twitter also do a little, hey, sign up and turn on your notification bell for our YouTube, because the first one to comment is getting this prize package.
I love it.
But yeah, that's and let's make the comment code. You guys are my very favorite podcast.
Even if you're lying,
yeah,
we want you to say it.
Yeah, you can lie.
That's what you have to say. Yeah. So, congratulations to Trying to Be Kind. I am jealous that I am not eligible to enter to win these giveaways myself.
Yes.
Because that is a sweet PSA card. Stay tuned, because we got more goodies in store for you all as we keep going. Whoa!
I got it. I got it right here, BC. This is going to be our next week-long running giveaway. This is the number 2 of 99 Offbeat Buddies. It's a wave refractor of Obi and Dexter Jetster. Yeah, this is a cool card. I'm not doing it justice on camera, but we'll have pictures up for that and ways to enter. So yeah.
That is a spicy meatball. I'm gonna need some milk to cool that burn in my mouth.
Hey, make it blue. But
blue
BC,
milk, baby.
I think that's enough about our dang giveaways. We should get into the meat of the episode, right?
Let's get into the meat and the potatoes. But first, a word from our sponsors.
I was thinking we could even hold this off later.
Let's just get it out of the way.
Okay. I'm just saying, if I'm watching this, I'm done. I'm not
You're
listening.
out.
Yeah, I'm out. This is enough promo.
All right, well, we'll stick it at the bottom then. So that's a tease for everybody. That's what's known in the industry as a tease.
Yeah.
So
I just thought we'd do it with our pricing updates.
Oh, well, good news. That's what we're getting into right now.
Okay.
So that's first on the rundown. Pricing updates. Pricing updates. I'm saving you some editing by doing my own
Thank you
vocal
for
effects here. Yeah. Pricing alert. Guess what? Chrome Black. The price has been released on blowout cards.
Oh, I didn't even see this except in your rundown.
Yeah, it is priced $150 a box. That's 150 smackerinos
for 5 cards.
It's actually 4 cards.
Oh, wow. So that brings the price per card up quite a bit. Yeah.
It's significant. Yes. So again, just a quick sort of rundown of what this is. This is a chrome black, highly designed card. It's a baseball product, I think, is the original kind of where the SKU of this comes from.
Gotcha.
And it's an autograph, guaranteed autograph in each box, not unlike Signature Series, but you do get 3 additional cards. One of which I believe is guaranteed to be like a refractor or a numbered card of some kind.
All right.
So, bang for your buck, I guess. To me, it's like if Signature Series is going to be at like $80, 60 to 80 usually. Like I think those are on pre-sale around the 60, 65, and then they jump usually to like 80 or 90. This is still expensive. It's not a hard recommend for me. The price is, because I pulled up the baseball pricing just to see what that's at. The 2021 baseball is the exact same price. The 2020 box, which looks like it may be the first time Topps did it, was in the 2020 baseball season. And that box is at $190. So I don't know if there's any sort of comps to these boxes being the first Star Wars and maybe being at $190 at some point. Either way, It's still expensive and it's 4 cards. Maybe more worth your time to buy singles, which we're big fans of here on the Cargo Bay, is buying singles, but we also do love taking a gamble every once in a while. So and if you really want to go for it, that's $1,750 per case.
Wow.
Of this.
Well, a little outside of my price range there, VC, but I'll tell you what my impulse is right now. If I'm able to sell some cards on eBay and get some funds in the old account, what I would want to do is maybe set up aside, like $100 to pick up one single, probably one of those parallels. Bless you. May the force be with you.
Thank you very much, and also with you.
Thank you. I'm gonna spend a good amount of money getting one of those parallels that I want, because I'm bigger into parallels than autographs usually. But I may also just get a box to put in the Cargo Bay hold forever, as it is the first Star Wars black product, and just leave it alone there. I don't think the prices are gonna tank on this, but could be wrong.
I think it'll be. I think it's act now, because typically the lowest price you're going to see on these pre-sales is what Blowout releases them at. And what I've always kind of noticed, or at least this year, is that it goes on pre-sale on Blowout first. Steel City's gonna post up next and kind of follow Blowout's lead. And then that's when we see those prices tend to go up. Is when multiples of these big online retailers start adding the product. And then to Card World, David Adams Card World, always comes in like super late and is like, here's the original price and we'll do it at that. And then it's almost immediately gone. Right. Which I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's kind of been the trend that I've seen. So it may be, I don't know if worth it is the word, maybe worth it for us to just jump on it now and do that.
Yeah.
Because I would look into going split seas with you on it as part of our cargo hold that we've got, which currently we've got pre-orders on the Mando Chrome Beskar for the hold, the Finest, and then this would be the Chrome Black that would go in there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're building a little stash, cargo-based stash. Which, will prevent us from opening them solo is the idea. Well, let's leave them alone for a while. I'm with you.
Because let's be honest, we can't be trusted if they are individually our own boxes, because we're junkies and we're going to rip them.
No, yeah. Junkies also, subject to the woes of the world. I've bought many a box that I was like, I'm going to hang on to that. And then, at some point at 1 a.m, I'm like, well, the world is awful. I'm gonna open this box here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so interesting product. Good to finally get prices on it. What else is going on out here?
Well, the news that pertains, I would say more specifically to you, because you jumped on this about 4 or 5 years ago on that pre-sale for
really not that far
for bounty hunters.
It will have been a year at least since I pre-ordered the Bounty Hunters, 2 Bounty Hunters boxes. Yes, I think even over a year ago, maybe. Maybe it was in June, but anyway, supposedly they come out on the 8th. They haven't pushed that back, and it is the 8th is different than the 29th. They kept pushing it to the 29th of another month for months and months. So supposedly this is coming out. I have 2 boxes coming from Pookie Toys, which why did I order from them? Because they had them at a good price.
Noted online retail giant Pookie Toys.
I mean, I was concerned because when I ordered them, the PayPal address or something was like for a photography school or something. And I emailed them and I was like, why does my receipt for my payment say it's for like aerial photographs? And they were like, oh, well, that's our other business. And I was like, all right, let me keep an eye on this. But they have pre-orders going through. They sell out. I don't have any reason so far to doubt them. I did notice that the English section of their website has a British flag up there. So, it might be a long time before I get these cards, but I think I will get them. I think.
Okay. All right.
Big shout out to Pookie Toys if they do deliver.
I am as confident in those being delivered to you as you are. So, and I'm looking forward to seeing you open those.
Yeah.
As we're always excited about new product.
Steel City now has those boxes up. You can buy them for $250. I may sell a box rather than opening it. I am going to wait to see some other people open these boxes, because if they're bad, or if they're not, I don't love the set as I start seeing it, I'm ready to make a little bit of money back,
I think it's a good idea. And speaking of Steel City, what's that? Is that a promotional code? That's
right. There's a promotional code being whispered in our ears. Might it be a little bit clunky? Perhaps.
Is that being beamed in
directly
to the
Are
cargo
you ready?
bay?
I can translate it.
Yeah. Why don't you translate that code?
If you want $5 off a purchase of $100 or more from Steel City, excluding mini pre-orders, which is kind of a bummer because that's mostly what we talk about, and some sale items, you can enter the Cargo Bay A5, the numeral 5, off. So that is the Cargo Bay, the letter A, the number 5, and then off. All one word. We'll put
beautiful, smooth, lovely.
Hey, look, we got a promo code that says the Cargo Bay on it. I think that's cool.
Very cool.
So again, unfortunately, this code does not work for everything. But if you want $5 off of any of those Star Wars cards that I've plugged in that do exist already in stock on the site, seem to work. So just something to consider. You get $5 off, and then we get $5 in our Steel City account. So that's a $10 savings between us.
Help us help you.
That's
and
right.
We can all help each other. Yeah, so that 250, once those are released, it could be as low as 245. So I'm basically walking into a Wells Fargo and holding them up at gunpoint at this point. Yeah.
Hey, I don't think this is going to change how we recommend where to buy cards. I will say I've been pleased when I've ordered from Steel City. Gets here quickly. They got nice little scratchers in the boxes that give you bonus points.
Solid.
I've got some bonus points stored up there. So, as far as I can tell, good retailer. We're always talking about them. I am going to email some other websites and see if we can get more promo codes.
Yeah. So. Don't watch this, Steel City. I don't think they will. So yeah, that's our pricing alert update. So we've got some movement on those chrome black boxes. We can figure out if we're gonna go splitsies on one of those. I'm always just like, maybe I'll just get a personal one to rip too. But
yeah,
at that price, I'm kind of like, I've already spent that much on other products that are going to give me more cards. So,
and man, there's some good stuff you can get out there for around that price on eBay. Always.
Absolutely. And those bounty hunters on the rise, potentially coming out here in a few days. So we'll be looking forward to watching other people open those. Hopefully, seeing you open those once they arrive.
I do think those autographs are my favorite looking autographs I've seen out of Star Wars. They're super
very
cool.
Nice design on those. Yeah, I like those a lot. But I don't know about the base set personally.
Yeah, they're kind of the evolution style.
Yeah, and I know there's a weird kind of like bounty hunter chase thing that's involved, where it's like if you collect so many of a certain kind, you can trade them in for an ultimate bounty. I don't know. There's a thing to it.
It would be cool. That kind of stuff would be cool if I was buying a case worth, right?
Right. Yeah,
maybe there's some trading
bulk,
that can go on in the group. But I will say, in general, I don't like the cards that are, here's a picture of a character and here's another picture of the character next to each other. Like, I don't know. It doesn't usually do it for me. There are some cool ones, I guess, but...
You mean cards like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
It just kind of seems awkward to me, but...
There are better designs, I agree, but we'll see. The mind always changes when the card's in hand.
Well, that's true. Oh, I can't remember what I was talking trash about. Oh, I was talking trash, and apologies if you're offended. I was talking trash about the wooden cards, the wooden cards out of Masterworks, just because I'm like, man, those images look bad, maybe. I guarantee you, if I held one of those wooden cards, I would probably be like, oh, this is cool, actually.
Yeah, same thing with fabric relics, where it's like, I don't know, source fabric. Then you get in here and you're like, you know what? As a matter of fact, this is pretty cool.
The one thing I will not say is cool are those old Galaxy patch cards. Those I think are pretty rough. You know what I'm talking about? The ones they're like just the card printed onto fabric. They're like the manufactured hits. Yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly
they're really
what you're
bad. they're not good.
No, those are not great. Not great at all. So you'll get bounty hunters in hand, and then we'll see how you feel about that once you've got those. So that's the breaking pricing alert news. Our updates on what's coming out there. Other releases that are not as exclusive. We've got the Tops now. Has the parts 1 and 2 of Kenobi available.
I was excited. I've been waiting on this. I was excited to see it. Shout out to... actually, I'm not going to do a shout out right now because I don't have it pulled up. But anyway,
shout out to the internet.
A shout out to all y'all listening right now.
So that's coming out. So you've got parts 1 and 2. Those are $20 per episode. I mean, part. They don't do episodes. They do parts. With the chance now to get parallels in a blue numbered 49, a red numbered 10, and a gold 1 of 1 parallel on those. So
really glad they added the of 49 parallels because it used to be just 10 and 1. So I like having higher odds at a parallel because that's what I want.
Yeah, it's what we all want because we're a bunch of junkies who love a parallel.
We apply meaning to meaningless things to make us feel less alone in this sometimes horrendous world.
And that's how you get by.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those are out. So So we're looking at 6 parts. If you're going to get them all, you're looking at 120 plus some taxes on those. So it's not inexpensive, and it is.
And you got to do separate shipping each time. It's like 5.
Yeah, and it's what? So it's actually 5 cards each.
I think they may have a free shipping option that's just slower, which is what I pick, right?
Okay.
But
yeah.
I think that there may be a free shipping.
Okay. So in total, you're looking at 120 plus whatever tax you've got on there, possible free shipping. So it's not an inexpensive product to get all of the Kenobi parts 1 through 6 once they release. And it's going to be, 30 cards, so 5 per set. So it's worth collecting if it's something you like. I personally don't regret not doing... I do not regret not buying the Book of Boba Fett episodes. I kind of wish I was...
a couple of episodes of those.
I wish I was more aware of the Mandalorian stuff when that was first coming out, but I honestly wasn't even aware of what Topps Now was at that point. And I think now it's got a lot more buzz going, so that is, people are always kind of on top of those things.
We both regret not getting the High Republic cars. And I looked at those and thought I might want them, but I don't know. It's expensive. It's expensive to spend $20 here or there,
like every week, like literally every week where Topps is like, here's stuff. Pay for it. When the shows are going, and now I can talk about the Living Set, which we have not been as diligent about in the past, but doing a better job now. We've got the Last Jedi Luke Skywalker card, which is coming out, and then the General Medine is the other in that set. So those were also released this week.
The Prince Bonanza, they did a ton of prints. I guess they had missed some or something. And those are selling out faster than they used to. So I don't know. I think, it's probably just a few people buying up a lot quickly to sell later, which, is kind of crummy. But I got my fiance the Chopper print with the new blue border when that came out. And that one was only numbered to 80. So there's one that didn't sell out. It was a short print. We got 77 of 80, which I thought was cool because that's when Star Wars came out, baby.
Nice. It's got that 77 Starfield border on it.
Yeah. It looks good. It really is a pretty thing for the price. Like, I think as far as top stuff goes, you can buy directly off their website. When you spend $20 on one of those prints, it looks like a nice $20 print when it comes. So anyway, worth checking those out.
Yeah, I'm looking at those week to week. And I feel like I'll probably do one, but it's going to want to be like, it'll be a character that I really want. I thought about Chopper, but I was like, I want to have something that I can be like, either whether it's an Obi-Wan, a Luke, Ahsoka, something like once, because those will be probably harder to get once
the
they come out.
Yoda sold out immediately.
Yeah, Yoda was a big one. So
I'll tell you what was a hit at my Obi-Wan party. I got the Yaddle back when Yaddle was out, and my fiance is horrified by that poster. Not only that, but I was so stoked when I opened it, because when I was opening it, I was like, please let it be 69. Let me get the Yaddle 69. It was. And my fiance thought I was really stupid, and I am. But when we had the Obi-Wan party, literally a group of people gathered around and started like chanting. We're pumped about the Yaddle. So there you go.
Hell Yaddle. That's what I say.
That's my only one right now. Before we get off of this, I will say I went ahead. I decided I'm going to get all these Obi-Wan cards. I'm in the Obi-Wan hype. I don't know. What I'm going to do, though, is I am ordering 2 sets. I'm going to order 2 of each. I'm going to check both for parallels, all right? And I'm keeping the parallels. But when we're done, there will be a base set that I will maybe do as a giveaway, depending on, like, maybe if we hit a certain threshold, or when we hit a certain threshold of, subscribers or whatever, I'll give that away. So
nice.
Yeah, keep your eyes open.
Yeah, I think I'll probably pull the trigger on it, because I don't want to have that FOMO anymore. Because like you said, that High Republic is a set that I cannot find for a price that I would be willing to pay at the moment. And it's one that, after I'm almost done with the Light of the Jedi book, that I've been reading through. I'm like, oh yeah, these are cool, and it seems like a lot of Star Wars is going this direction. So that's
and it seems like these are characters that could be, in a TV show eventually.
Yeah. Yep.
And so be cool to have the concept art. That was concept art as it came out, not like here's a reprint of some concept art.
I mean, legitimately concept art for a book,
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I'd really love a parallel of that. They're expensive, of course. I did see you can get the one of the Nihil on eBay. It's up for $250, which, is like, it's just the Nihil. It's not one of the big characters. And it's off center. I'm not going to go for it. But if you're a prospector out there, I think that's cooler than a lot of one-of-ones you'll pay more for. So whatever. Just a thought.
Not that we're like financial gurus or anything, but it seems like it may be, if you're looking to invest, High Republic stuff may not be the worst decision you can make, because they're really blowing that High Republic stuff out in the publishing side of stuff. I know Marvel Comics has a lot of that going on, so keep your eye out for that, because that is coming down the pike probably pretty soon. I would imagine more High Republic stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I imagine in the next 5 years we will get a High Republic live action slice of media. I would be surprised if we didn't.
I would be very surprised if we did not. Yeah. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm mildly distracted because the lawnmower's going out here.
Yeah,
now.
I can hear it. It sounds good.
Fantastic.
It is odd that we have grass, here on this cargo ship, but we found it's good for our mental health to have a little
Reminds
bit
us of home.
Greenery, yeah.
Reminds us of home.
Yeah. So just a suggestion for you and your starship. If you got the room, put a little grass in.
Put a little green in there.
Have PBDO mow it.
It pops like on Rogue One in that opening sequence.
Oh,
that
man.
green grass
Love that
just
green.
pops.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
Beautiful
so
stuff.
Nice. So that's not all the Tops news we've had. I want to move on to a little Tops hobby news, if you don't mind, for a second.
Oh, yeah.
This came across the old intergalactic news desk that Topps is going to be cutting the allocation to their distributors in half.
Man.
Which seems like significant news to me. Now, I heard this. Yeah. This was kind of blasted around social media, and then I heard Sports Cards Nonsense, which is a great sports card podcast that I listen to, talk about this a little bit. But essentially, the way Topps works is they don't have a lot of direct to consumer, right? Yeah. So if you go to Topps and it's like, I'd like to buy a box of something, usually they're like, sold out.
Yeah.
Every time you go there, it's going to be sold out. So they sell their product to distributors who are going to distribute to local card shops, people like Breakers Online who have these big accounts with these distribution companies to get those products from them. Apparently, the news just came this week that all of that Topps allocation directly through distributors is being cut in half, which seems pretty significant if you're either a card store or a breaker. That
capitalism is terrifying.
Inventory.
Yeah, capitalism is terrifying.
Your inventory is being chopped in half.
We've been sitting around for years, potentially selling cards, like maybe barely making it by. There's this bubble in the market where we're finally making money hand over fist.
Here comes a needle.
Here it comes. Just,
Yeah, it seems like tough news for breakers. I know some local card shops do get to purchase directly from Topps, but a lot of stuff is coming through those distributors.
Yeah.
It seems potentially like it might be good news for consumers.
I'm always on the side of the consumer, but with something this drastic, it does make me feel a little bit like, ugh.
So like we couldn't have scaled that a little bit. They're like, nah,
giving some people some time.
Yeah, it felt like big news to me. I'm I guess hopeful because now Topps has been bought out by Fanatics, right? Who are now taking over the business and handling all of Topps. And it seems like Josh Luber, who's like the creative executive of Fanatics or Topps Fanatics stuff, who's doing they had that non-sports card release with Gary V, and his V Friends, which is one of the most just garbage products I've ever seen in my life. They did a Jackass set not too long ago.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
that had the blind Dutch auction that actually had prices that were not totally unreasonable. I think they ended up being like something a little over 100 something for a hobby box, which is like, that's not terrible. Yeah. So it seems like they are working more towards a direct to consumer from Topps, because I imagine Topps wants to keep a little bit more of that money in their pocket as opposed to giving it away. But it feels like a pretty big industry shakeup. So thoughts and prayers to all of you breakers and card shop owners. Hopefully that doesn't affect them too much. But the big hope is that we might be able to get our hands a little, not a little easier on product and maybe not as expensive. We'll see what pricing does. I don't know. I have no real feel for it, but that was pretty big news that I saw in the hobby this week regarding Topps and kind of what their model might be going forward here a little bit. And to be fair, I think it's going to have a much bigger impact on the sports card market, because most of what Topps is going to be interested in doing, most of where their money's going to come from, is sports cards. Yeah. Star Wars is a definite niche market that has a very dedicated following, but I imagine the bulk of their sales are going to come directly from sports cards.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a small percentage of the Star Wars fan base, Like, I imagine, I could be wrong here, but I would imagine if you took people who sports are a part of their weekly lives, and you take people who Star Wars is a part of their weekly lives, and you take the percentage of people in the sports category who occasionally buy sports cards versus the percentage of Star Wars people who buy Star Wars cards, it's going to be bigger on the sports end.
I would agree with it.
I was surprised at Celebration. I barely saw any cards there. I was like, surely there's going to be one place that's like, here are Star Wars cards.
I guess not. Not. So, yeah, we'll see. Well, that's just something to keep our eye on as we go forward.
Glad you had that update, BC. I certainly didn't know.
So
we'll being on top of things.
That's what we do here in the Cargo Bay. This is a big hobby talk episode, man. We got a lot. So that was the big allocation news. The other thing, we both talked a little bit about our general lack of knowledge about the Top Star Wars Card Trader app.
Yes.
Last week, and I think we both did a little toe dip in that. Definitely last night we were messing around in there.
That's right.
Opening packs, wheeling and dealing, making some trades. So, what are your thoughts now that you've got your hands on that Top Star Wars Card Trader app?
Well, I thought the Card Trader app was being phased out, right? I thought they were kind of done with it a few months ago when I first thought about looking at it. And then at Celebration, they had a big booth there. They had posters. There was something which I'm sure I'll regret. They had a make your own card thing, somewhere. And I was like, I can't stand in line for this. I'm busy. Right. But yeah, after seeing that, I was like, all right, I suppose since we have a podcast about Star Wars cards, I should at least look at this app. And after playing with it for a bit, here's my general thoughts. If I can replace checking Twitter a few times a day doing this, great. I think that's where I'm at with it. Because I am good at stuff like this, not spending real money on digital assets, Like, I played Fortnite for several years. I bought one skin. I'm playing the new Halo occasionally. Have played it for months occasionally. Haven't spent any money on that game at all. This is going to be the same thing. I don't think I'm going to spend real world money on this because I like my physical cards, right? And even the rarest of cards here, like I'm looking at people's accounts, what they have, they'll have stuff where the global population is like 50 is like the lowest I've seen. And I'm like, I've got 5 of 5s of physical cards, it seems cooler to me, but it's a pleasant app.
Yeah, I feel largely the same way. I had originally kind of dipped my toe in this several months ago. I don't remember when, but it reminded me of, in a way, the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes game that I played, where because that became a time suck for me. which it just became a grind to do Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And the paywall threshold became so high because I'm not a pay-to-play person. I think I maybe spent because I played it daily for probably 3 years or something, like a long time. I had a pretty decent account on my Galaxy of Heroes. Maybe spent $100 over 3 years, which is still more than I wanted to spend. But the threshold to be relevant in that game became like, you have to spend money to be even close to relevant. Otherwise, you get left behind. And it was like, I'm not interested in this anymore. Yeah. It just became too much of like, I'm going in to grind like gear. I don't care about gear to level a character up from 8 to 9, which is ultimately meaningless, but I've got to spend a week and a half grinding for gear. It's like, this sucks. Yeah. So I got over that and I got out of it. And that was a real like release from my phone where it's like, ugh, I didn't need to be spending that much time doing this.
Yeah.
I fear a little bit of kind of the same thing going on with the card trader app where it's like, oh, you've got to go in and do the workbench and then you've got to salvage your cards and then you've got to do the daily events and you've got to come back and open the drops and do all
it's all the stuff like in a multiplayer video game that you do when you're waiting in the menus that they use to keep you engaged and try to get you to spend some real money here or there.
Yes.
It's like,
yeah, and I feel the pull of like, hey, if you just spend $2, you can get some crystals and open some stuff. And I'm like, I don't wanna. No. I just want to open free cards. And that's, that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's fun to do that. I have almost all of the Kenobi Part 1. And that's after opening about like 100 packs of, whatever that is for 3,000 credits. And mostly what you're getting is just like base cards is what it seems like. So you're getting all these base
it's weird.
cards and
it was confusing to me because when you buy the sets or you go like, I want to buy the Obi-Wan cards. They're like, okay, open a pack. And you might not get a single Obi-Wan card in there. The packs you're buying are basically parallels for the base set. So that's interesting.
That's the grind to me is that like, oh, you've got to, if you're free to do, like if you're a free to open, free to play, whatever, however you want to, state that would be, I'm not going to pay money. So it's how am I saving my credits or earning my credits so that I can go and open all of these packs to collect the set, which is what I'm primarily interested in is like set collecting. Because when I first came back to it, there's like, here's 50,000 credits. Here's all these things, join, have fun, indulge, binge on this. And I got the High Republic set, it's like it's the easiest set to collect. It was like 1,000 per pack and there's like 10 cards or something, so it's like, yeah, sure. And I opened a ton of those to get the full set of that, and I was like, all right, that happened. And I'm still like, I really just wish that I had the Topps Now High Republic set because it's not as fulfilling going in and having to search through and pull up those cards.
Look at this picture.
Yeah, I did it. I have a couple of epic cards.
Yeah, you got some good pulls there, VC. I've got one super rare of a Tatooine sand ape.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
That's it. You got some real ones.
I pulled a masterwork epic of Kylo Ren.
Yeah, pretty.
Which is there's a global count of like 200 or something. I had a Dio holocron that's less than 200, and it's like I don't know what any of that means. Like I have no.
Well, I looked at eBay
what to do with any of that
a little bit, and it seems like, none of these cards individually, even stuff like that, has a value, very much of like, maybe you could get $5 for it. And then if you look at the conversion rate of the real money, it's wild. It's like, why on earth would I spend, like they value 1,000 credits at like $1.
No.
I cannot imagine spending real money because it is fairly easy to acquire the fake money. There are even in the games you can occasionally come across the real currency, albeit it's very rare, like the crystals.
The crystals,
Yeah.
So there's a breakdown. There's the credits, which is what you use to just open packs, and they'll give that to you. They'll give that to you willy-nilly.
Yeah.
If you want to open packs that have more guarantees for hits, I'm using that in the wildest air quotes that I can for hits. You gotta spend them crystals, and those crystals cost money.
Yeah, usually cost real world money. And I'm not gonna spend on that. But my favorite thing about like, the workbench, that's a grind that I could do if I was on an airplane or something. I'm not gonna be on this like trying to complete every challenge. What I will try to do is like they've got a pack that you can open like every hour for free or something. Right. And then just like a button you can hit to get free money every hour. I'm going to, make an effort of like, I'm about to pull up Twitter and instead be like, how about I just open a fake pack of cards? That's probably better for my health.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think so too. The thing is like, I don't want to get drawn too far into where I got with Galaxy of Heroes, where it was like, oh, I could just spend 99 cents and refresh my crystal energy right now. It's like, what the hell kind of sentence is that? What are we talking about?
Well, as far as I can tell, you're going to have to spend 99 cents to get like a part of a pack. So like it may be less tempting. And of course, we'll see how it adjusts. I'm sure, that economy adjusts itself when they figure out how to milk more money out of it. But the designs on a lot of this stuff is really cool. It seems like someone's got a cool job making these cards,
I imagine this is just like all profit for Topps.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like this is just pure profit.
That's why they had a card trader booth and not any real Topps product, is because it's free money. You pay like a 5-person team to build this app or make the cards or whatever.
You know what we have to do for distribution? Hit send on an email. Like we're not dealing with a physical thing. It's got to be so much easier than dealing with actual trading cards, which makes me value actual trading cards more because I know how much, work and goes into that because it manifests as something physical that I have.
Yeah.
That said, it's a fun, I guess, escape. You're right. If it's a way to divert yourself from Twitter and toxic garbage internet stuff, it's probably a better use of time.
Yeah, and I think it's, as far as these like half free things go, it does have more for you to do for free than a lot of stuff does. Check it out. Give it a download if you care. That's what I'd say. It's also a good way to preview some of the sets coming out. I feel like the Bounty Hunters came out on this, or a few of them came out on this half a year ago. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were released there first. If you want to trade with me, I am BC Ness on the Card Trader app.
And I am Tuscan Revenge.
Yeah, yours is way cooler than mine.
I couldn't get any of my favorite Star Wars handles. They were all taken in every form, which, of course... I'm always looking to get a Kyle Katarn something or other, or an Elegant Weapon something or other. No luck. That's okay.
Sorry you missed out on those. But yeah, check it out. Worth maybe looking into that Top Star Wars Card Trader app.
Yeah. Well, what about pickups, BC? You got any new cards?
I have a couple pickups that I got for future giveaways that have arrived to the old galactic United States Postal Service. So we have Andor coming out. What was it? August? Is that correct?
Yeah. It's crazy to think about. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah, and the footage looked great. We talked a little about that last time. And there's much more Star Wars stuff coming out. Bad Batch 2 got a release date, so that's September, I think, end of September. Visions 2, Volume 2 is going to be coming out. The Tales of the Jedi animated, like there's a lot.
They're going to burn us out real fast, aren't they?
They're going to keep us in business for talking about stuff.
I'm stoked about it because I don't really watch TV or movies or have taste unless it's, I just kind of watch Star Wars. So suddenly I have stuff to watch all the time.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be coming thick and fast in Q3 and 4 here. So once we're done with Kenobi, I think the next thing will be Andor. Not and/or, but Cassian Andor. And so I picked up a couple things for potential giveaways for that. I've got this Masterwork 98 of 99. Ooh. Not quite the 99 of 99, but close. It's kind of a cool Andor card. And then I got the Chrome Legacy Andor from Rogue One. That's numbered out of 25. So I thought those were pretty cool. So be on the lookout for those. We'll do a giveaway on both of those. Also got Mon Mothma autos coming on the way. I finally got this in the mail. This came.
Nice. Yeah, it's been a while.
That's the Ahsoka Living Set for anyone who's listening to the podcast.
I think I got one of those. Maybe mine will come in eventually. My Finnick came in. I got a Finnick Shand a while back off eBay.
Yeah, and then I won an auction for... No, I didn't win an auction. I just put in an offer on a Omega. Omega Living Set card, which was more than I wanted to spend for it, but I think since I'm so far behind on everything else that's in the Living Set, I might just try to do like a Bad Batch because they're not too terribly expensive. Yeah. So put like a little Bad Batch set together from Living Set. Because
that's what's fun about the Living Set
300
right now,
at this point.
Is like as long as they're not too old, as long as they're not one of those early numbers, they're not that expensive as singles, and you can kind of pick and choose what you want. I'm still focusing on my droids.
Nice.
Need to get more droids in there.
Yeah. Any other pickups on your end?
I got a couple of banger pickups actually. As you know, BC. I've been after the 5 of whatevers for a couple of Luke Skywalker cards in Chrome Galaxy. You can see here the Indoor Chase is the one I've got the most of, including the 5 of 10. And boy, oh boy, I still can't believe I managed to get this because it would be impossible now. The X-Fractors are so expensive. But as I often do, there was a 75 on eBay. A prism. It's really hard to capture these things in the light, isn't it? But anyway, I emailed the seller. There was both a Luke's Ground Assault and an Indoor Chase, and I emailed them about both, or messaged them on eBay. And this was indeed the 5 of 75, even though it wasn't on the listing. And so I won this at auction. Paid more than I wanted to, but this was something where my fiance was like, let me get this for you if you can get it for under this price. like you bid up to this price and it's on me. So yeah, I now have 4 or 5 ofs here. Of Indoor Chase.
A wild collection you've got going, and I'm honestly quite impressed that it exists.
I just can't believe how many times I have sent a message and it has been the 5. Those 5 cases, I guess, all got broken open, early.
Like the 5s are out there.
And the other thing I got is someone in the Facebook group had a bunch of SGC slabs, and there was this purple of the Jawa.
Oh,
here it's the 6 of 25, and
nice.
It was a 9. And in my experience, SGC 9s on these cards, there can be roller marks, there can be all kinds of awful stuff. So I messaged a person, I said, how's the surface of that card look? They said, they were like, honestly, I was expecting this to get at least a 9.5. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's a little mark on the back corner. And I think that's what it is. There's just like a little, tiny bend on the back corner, which I don't really care about, but the surface looks super clean. Nice. I'm really excited to get that. It was I think it was a very fair price, well below what I would have paid on eBay. So thank you for that.
You have the 6 of 10 as well.
That's right. Yeah, I've got the 6 of, and my justification for wanting the 6 is that there are 6 Jawas on the card. So nice. I don't know why, but that's what I decided long ago I wanted if I could get with some of those cards. So yeah, those are my pickups. And then I'm also, for these hobby talks, I'm going to try to pick up a card maybe every week for $1, $1 to $3, and see what the coolest thing I can get is. And I went ahead and picked up a duplicate of this first day of release C3P Fett.
I love that card so much.
I do too. So if I see this for a low price first day, I'm going to get it. I would like to send one in to be graded at some point. I would love to see this in Chrome Galaxy too, obviously.
You got to get the companion piece of the comic book cover, because I found that. And those, I think you can get that for like $10 or something on eBay. Because I was looking at those for a little while. I was like, that's just a sweet thing to hang on a wall, is that comic book.
Yeah, as far as images, Star Wars images go, there are a few that stick in my head as much as this, protocol droid just with a super like high powered rifle and a Mandalorian jetpack.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's an amazing image. And of course comes to us courtesy of Star Wars Galaxy.
Hey, it's the best of Star Wars cards, in my humble opinion.
Yes, indeedly do. So you got some nice pickups.
A lot of pickups.
You got your
some selling.
I do too. I was thinking about that. It's like I've got some stuff that I need to thin out the herd because I've got a lot of cards that are just kind of sitting around here that I could use the money for instead of just kind of having them be here. Because if it's stuff that's like, even if it's cool, if it doesn't fit kind of like my personal collection, or if it's not something I want to display, it's like I'd rather just move it or like trade it towards something else. I'm still looking for that Taika Waititi. I came close to pulling the trigger on one that was at I think 200, which I thought it seems like a pretty fair price.
Yeah,
because I put a post out there and someone was like, I've got an of 5 silver frame. And I'm like, I cannot afford that card. I will tell you right now. They're like, what are you looking to spend? I was like, this much. And like, yeah, good luck finding a card. This one is out of your price range. I was like, no, I got it. That card is.
That's why I said I understand.
That card is much more expensive. So I will be. I like the on card of the. What is it? The Stellar Signatures, the most recent one. He's got a good looking autograph. It's on card on those. I'm typically not super wild about the Stellar Signature design this year. I know you like it a little bit. You like it more than I do. Yeah. But I think the IG image works really well on that Stellar Signature. So that may be one that I would try to just get the of 40 base autograph on. So I'm keeping my eye out for that. But I do feel like I want to sell some stuff. I need to offload that SGC 10 Mando that you got there.
I need to drop the public price on that again.
Yeah, because I think at some point I'll just say, whoever offers me $120, you can have it.
Maybe that's a plug. What about this? If you email us about that card, how about 115? I'll pay the difference as a little. There's our own promo code.
There you go. Yeah,
I've looked at that card and thought about paying you for it, BC, because it's been on my shelf for a long time and starting to get attached to it.
It's a good looking card.
Yeah, it is.
But again, it's not one that I'm like super PC proud of. So it's like, move it, get some money. I've got the other, get some money for other cards. I've got the of 25 Vader crushing the rebels.
Yeah,
I think could probably move
worth
pretty well.
I mean, Vader stuff is hot right now. Obviously,
probably missed the boat on this being super high, but
they're still selling regularly for over $100.
Jiminy Jenkins. So yeah,
I looked through my collection, BC. I am distraught because I do not have a refractor of that card. Which I'm just like, man, how did I miss getting a base refractor?
It's they're hard to do. Update. Twitch. We haven't done it. I was thinking as part of it, we should look into seeing what it just says like our trade night thing, seeing how much of a full refractor set we have between our duplicates that we've got. Because I've got a bunch of the base duplicates. I've got like 40 something refractors that it's like a refractor set is not something I'm like I need. I've got a base set of Chrome Galaxy. I feel pretty good with that. So we could just to see like, hey, could we put together a full refractor set? Because we've got this is the hardest one to get at this point. So I think we could probably come pretty close to it and see if there's not a cargo bay refractor set that we could make.
Yeah, maybe. I went through pretty recently and was kind of surprised at how few I have duplicates anyway. But yeah, we should definitely do that. And there are a few where I could pull the refractor out of my binder because I have a higher value parallel. I'm sitting on a lot of those. A lot of them that I plan to sell or use for giveaways.
Nice.
But I love the cards so much. It's hard to part with them.
My thing is like because I put the base set in my binder, and I've just got the refractors and my duplicates just like they're literally sitting in this drawer over here, and I'm like, I don't do anything with them because like if I'm gonna put stuff in a binder, I like having either a full set or it being like, here's a character focus and there's like a couple pages of someone.
Yeah.
So for those, I'm like, I just feel like they're just kind of out there. So I don't know. I just feel like there's something that can be done with
I've got
what
all
I've
mine in a fireproof box, and I just got like a stack of like numbered parallels, and I just like shuffling through them.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, what would you put your numbered parallels of Chrome Galaxy at?
That's. I've got a lot in a binder.
Your face was so good.
I've got a lot in a binder. I have a lot in nice cases. But let me just show you this stack, for instance. Here's just the stack of ones that I haven't, and this isn't even the full stack. But here is a stack of cards I haven't put in nicer cases. These are
okay.
So, like here's a movie poster, purple. This is actually my fiance's card. Gonna get it graded.
I love a green border.
50 Django. Now these are just refractors. These are just regrets refractors here.
I love that regrets card.
There's a 1 of 75, a Boba Fett starship. Here's some IGs. Here's the 25 out of 25 Leia. Here is the Darkest Lord. This is also my fiance's card. I got this for her. The Lisa Frank Vader. Here is an atomic of regrets. I got these Vader's atomics because I didn't want to spend a ton of money. And these were like $24 or something back when I got them, which was a lot of money, but I was like, these Vader cards are going to be expensive, and they are. They're very expensive. I got the Chewie. I got this, but this is like a selection. And so, yeah, I need to finally part ways with some of these and get on the eBay. I think before Galaxy 2 comes out. But there are a lot more is the point. I've got a lot of them in my binder. I will say this card, I'm glad I haven't traded or sold it, this Atomic Refractor of Leap of Faith, because it's similar to the Kurosawa, is just super expensive, and it seems like people who collect the atomic sets are trying to have trouble with this one. If you can give me one of my 5 ofs of T-16, Indoor Chase, or Luke's Ground Assault, I think I'd be willing to trade this. I'd have to look at it and the quality of the card, and I think that would be a deal for anyone if it's the atomic. Like, I think that this is a higher value card than those are, but I want them. So
nice. Yeah, I say I'm almost like, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll just go on and put these up for trade after this, but it might behoove us to do our first the Cargo Bay Pod Twitch stream and see if we can do like trade night, and where we have stuff that we want to trade, and see if we can't start doing some of that. I don't know. Just an idea to throw out there.
Yeah. Leave us a comment if that's something you think would be interesting.
If you're still watching or listening, leave us a comment.
Here's my thing about a trade night that makes me nervous, BC. I think you are much better about going to the post office and it not being a huge chore. I have stamps.com in order to cut down the chore of it. I hate almost nothing more than shipping things. I really hate I hate getting things packaged, labeled, and then getting to the post office here in Los Angeles is often a huge headache. So that is what makes me a little bit hesitant about, like, oh man, I got to trade with 5 people this week. And I could probably deal with it. I'll just swallow my...
Or you could just say, hey, I'm not trading with you. You know what I mean? Unless it's something you really want. It's
that's
like
true.
part
Unless
of the cost benefit.
It's worth doing. Yeah,
it's like
that's true.
Part of the cost benefit analysis.
I also just don't like disappointing
trade?
People. And speaking of disappointing people, I think people are going to be disappointed. This episode's going to clock in at almost an hour.
Well, we better get out of here.
We better wrap it up.
We better wrap it up. This has been the Cargo Bay Pod. Hobby Talk!
Hobby talk. Bye forever.
Bye, y'all.